This on? So, what's going on, you guys? This is New York Adventurer 1994 here, and today is Friday, October 29th, 2021. And today is the day where I tell my annual scary story of when Hurricane Sandy came to New York. The reason why I tell this story on an annual basis is because how crazy it all was. So, starting the story off, this was a crazy event. I'm sure all New Yorkers are familiar with this date. And Hurricane Sandy is 9 years old today, from when it made landfall in the Northeast. Yeah, I'm sure all of you are familiar with this storm. It's named after a SpongeBob character, Sandy Cheeks. So, I remember that I was in 6th grade when this thing came. It was Monday, October 29th, 2012. I remember the Friday before that, I actually had my very first middle school dance in 6th grade, and it was on October 26th. It was held in the gymnasium. There was a lot of music, there were a lot of students dancing. It was a big night. And the DJ told us to stay safe in the hurricane because it was approaching us. We were all in trouble. So fast forwarding to October 29th, I got up and the winds were already there. And they were not getting better, they were just getting a lot worse. Sandy was known to be a Cat 3 hurricane, a major hurricane. And I'm obviously shocked that this wasn't a Cat 5 hurricane because of how much devastation it cost us. So it was a Cat 3 major hurricane. By 5:30 at night, the power just went out because the winds were just out of control. They were like 70 to 80 mile per hour winds. Obviously, that's hurricane force winds. If you make it past 74 miles per hour. Yeah, it was really bad. The damage the storm caused on my property is knock down a fence, but that was pretty much it. All it did was knock down a fence and took out my power for over a week. I remember doing my homework in the dark. That's how bad it was. It felt just like COVID just happened that year. Because I was out of school when I wasn't supposed to have a break that week. Yeah, I was not supposed to have a break that week. Like a week of vacation. I was supposed to be in school if there was no hurricane. The storm made landfall in like Atlantic City, New Jersey. And it like destroyed a whole Pier Carnival. Pier amusement park in Jersey. And in Coney Island, it destroyed parts of the New York Aquarium. It was really bad. It was flooded in there. It destroyed a lot of exhibits. I was thankful to go there before the storm even came. I went like back in August before the storm came in 2012. Yeah, I didn't come back till 2016 because we were seeing some improvements, but the Shark Tank they just finished was under construction. We go on an annual basis now. I'm gonna get back to my story now. Oh wait a minute, I have other stuff to cover first. And I actually saw a before I get to my part, let me tell you what I saw in other places. So, whoever lives near the water, a lot of people lost their homes. And some are never getting them back. Some houses are being lifted and stuff, and some people are still waiting to get their homes back because the hurricane like devastated a lot of things. There was a lot of clothes everywhere, there was a lot of furniture everywhere. It was really bad. There were a lot of old toys everywhere. It was so very bad. So there was a lot of clothes, there was a lot of furniture, there was a lot of toys everywhere. Like a lot of old toys. And there were a lot of trees on the ground. It was so bad. So many people lost a lot of things, like their prized possessions and stuff. Or their beloved possessions. The problem is that we're not prepared for hurricanes like Florida or the Carolinas or Georgia. That's how bad it is. We're most likely prepared for snowstorms and stuff. But we're not really prepared for a hurricane. Because normally when hurricanes go up the East Coast, they drift out to sea. But do not think you're safe if you move to New York or Long Island, because you could get a hurricane any year. Because you still live near the Atlantic Ocean. And there are still blocking high pressures out there that could close their path from recurving out to sea. Back to my part. We made a good call to take down that big tree that was in my backyard years ago after Irene, because if we left that tree up throughout Hurricane Sandy, that tree would have fell right on our house. That's how bad it was. The tree probably would have fell right on our house, and we would have had to move. We would have lived elsewhere right now if that tree fell on our house. I wouldn't even be in this room making this video. I'd be elsewhere. And I'd be elsewhere right now if this hurricane stayed as a Cat 3 or a Cat 4 or 5. I probably would have been like western New York or Pennsylvania right now. If I knew my home was destroyed from a hurricane. Yeah, we would have moved to like New York or Pennsylvania. Or depending where the storm is not going. But upstate, it still got its remnants. Yeah, and do not let categories fool you because they can still do a lot of damage. Even if it was a tropical storm. I'm gonna do a part 2 on this. I'm sorry. I got so caught up in telling other stuff.